Quite. I imagine this would be an open letter I'll be posting after because I can't believe I'm talking about this damn thing. 11:26 in the evening, coming up nearly midnight shortly. It's still September 9th, 2024. We were John C. Roseman, California, shaking and scratching at himself and trying to figure things out about why would my pet, if I was living in Springfield, Ohio, be disappearing because of immigrants from Haiti want to eat my pet. You're talking about fear mongering at this point here. Tell me, it's just nuts. So, addressing it to um, my favorite place of confession, but also everybody else at this point over here, then I am asking myself, why is J.D. Vance losing his mind? Unless he didn't have one in the first place. Back in August, he still continuing this thing has already been fact checked left and right, but they're still throwing it anyway, and people are too stupid. They're too stupid. They listen to this stuff and they think, oh my God, it must be true. J.D. Vance said it. That even law enforcement and local government out there is saying this is bunk. I mean, there was Haitian immigrants coming through, but Springfield, Ohio, didn't feel it was necessary to continue and perpetuate the lie. There was no evidence reported of people's family pets are getting eaten by immigrants coming through. So the fear mongering still continues. I looked at a meme on Facebook this evening before I got up. I'm looking at the thing and I'm thinking to myself, you gotta be kidding me. So I had to dig deeper. Saw a lot of news sources over the past 24 hours talking about it. And Vance is still trying to perpetuate his bull. This is a way to get people's votes by scaring the hell out of them and saying that you gotta be terrified, you gotta be terrified, you're going to be terrified. No! I tell you this because you're going to be terrified. You have to be. You have to be. This is the only savior that's going to protect you. Everybody else is out to get you. This is the only savior. Please do this, please. You will do this because we put the fear of God, of your existence, a fear of everything into you. This is the only person you must follow. Do it now. Of course, I'm doing the over dramatic, but he's still doing the same damn shit, and so is the old gas bag. Got to. Now, in several hours, in one particular meeting hall, there's going to be a debate between Kamala Harris and the fear bag. I called him gas bag a long time ago, but now I'm just calling him fear bag because that's all his kind knows is fear and intimidation. And his vice president is trying to be adept at fear and intimidation, trying to spread all the crap he can. And the independents are like, oh my God, we gotta eat this up like candy. So, imagine my absolute confusion at this point. Why people follow these idiots in the first place, I don't know. I kept trying to go back in my head right now. I'm going back in my head on this one. Trying to figure out which particular thing that would fit in the situation here. And quite frankly, I can't find one damn thing. All this fear mongering, all this hate the other person. I'm drawn back into an original manuscript I was writing a long time ago of an example of where you grab these people, we put them into a in a different environment, and you try to thoroughly convince them how to be angry and be hateful and you cannot love your neighbor. You have to hate your neighbor because it is. Because this is what I tell you. You have to listen to it because I'm telling you, this is the only way to get through life. You must hate the other. You have to. This is what Christ will teach you. The Bible is bullshit. The Quran are written by fools and idiots. And I say this facetiously because this is what we're hearing. This is what we're hearing. Every time there is going to be something about religion or about people, left and right, this is the thing we got to deal with. This is the thing we got to listen to. This is the thing. We got to insult everybody's religion, and we must listen to the fear mongering because this is what they tell us. So in essence, yes, I think we all are fools and idiots over this damn thing because we don't know what the hell we're doing. Well, honest to God, I don't think we know what the hell we're doing. Because if we have these people listening to this crap, I know there's going to be a lot of naysayers laughing their heads off, but it's not the laughing their heads off, it's the people who are actually just, I'm listening, I'm stunned. And then you get the idea that immigrants are fools and idiots, and people will celebrate anything else beyond their own thing is for fools and idiots, and therefore they must deal with anger and hatred and vitriol now. We have an anniversary coming up of an event that happened 23 years ago. And it's still resonating and rocking our world. The after effects are still there, and people are having a hard time dealing with that. Acid reflux. Milk to soothe the savage stomach. I just wish there was some kind of savage drink we could all have to soothe the insanity inside our gut and in our brain cells. Because we're starting to listen. That would be my mama. Mama, come on. Come here, honey. Come on. It's alrighty. Come here. Come here. I could make this into a teachable moment at this point. Right now, I got a dog that's still needing me more than what she knows. And she's wondering how come I'm trying to manhandle her. So I'm trying to bring her here into my arms to hold her. This is not like I'm going to be force feeding stuff down her throat. This is trying to reassure my dog, rescue her from what she's got. Yeah. I have to make sure she's alright. I have to make sure she's safe. I have to make sure she's loved. And not forcing things down her throat. Not forcing ideas and ideologies. She's old, she's blind, she's deaf. She's crippled, but she's able to get along in life. A lot of us are feeling this way in one direction or another. We're old, we're blind, we cannot deal and cope. We have to have somebody that keeps following us, but then are they the right person that's going to be following, actually leading us over cliffs? The proverbial cliff. This may look like an example to some, but this is not an example. This is just basically dealing with my dog's needs. My dog's needs are being loved and not forgotten. Because I don't want to keep. I don't want to keep her in suspense. I don't want to keep her in having issues left and right. I don't want her to know. I love her a great deal, despite the things she's going through. We're both going through. Family sticks together. I don't care how different you are. I don't care what your infirmary is. Family sticks together no matter what. And my hand being supported on the table a bit so I can support her for a few minutes. I wanted her to know how loved she is. And to calm her down a little bit. Speaking of which, I'm going to put you on pause while I take care of her needs. I don't know, if I had a political slogan, why can't we treat people better than we treat our pets, or as well as we treat our pets? Why can't we treat each other better than how we love our pets, our animals, our loved ones? How come we have to be fear mongering all the damn time? What does it gain to be this cruel? Except, of course, if we get irritated enough and we're wanting to do things and then we hear the cry for help and it's like, oh my goodness, why are we doing this? I'm sorry, I can't follow someone else's lunacy at this point where they're trying to tell me that I have to follow their line of logic because they say so. Reading a meme was one thing, but trying to figure out where the hell the damn thing came from. And once I figured that one out, then I'm thinking, we are so messed up. We are so messed up. I don't understand why. I don't. Why are we like this? Why are we feeling this way? Why are we giving ourselves this much issue? Tell you the truth, honest to God, I don't know. I don't know. I don't have an answer for this one. I don't know why we're picking up news stories because they're terrifying. Why can't we pick up the news stories that are not terrifying? You want to hear something about terrifying? Okay, the earth is about to swallow you up by sinkholes. Or about to tear you apart because of twisters. Or flood you out because of torrential rains and hurricanes and stuff. Or places to be burning you and your communities out because of wildfires caused by one way or another. But by human action, then the human action gets to me at this point because then we get these lunatic one wolf situations that they can't seem to be governing or controlling their own nature. And then we're seeing the shootings happening in different areas. We're seeing shootings from place to place to place, and I don't get it. I don't get it. Why? Situations were set up. Why? Because they were. Why? The kid gets an AR-15 from a father. Somehow in his brain, he figures it's okay to murder. And he and the father are on trial for murder. We get people screaming and yelling. We need thoughts and we need more prayers. We need to put more guns out there. We need armed people. We want more guns than we can have than we can have peace. No, it's peace through superior firepower. It's peace through multiple firepowers. It's peace. Oh, never mind. Here he comes with that gun. Oh, no. He's coming up with a pea shooter. He's coming up with a slingshot. Let me see. Somewhere in my arsenal, I got an AR-15. That's not going to do it. No, I got a bazooka. No, I'm calling out a tank here. That's it. He's going to threaten me with a pea shooter. I got a tank here. Here you go. An Abrams tank coming after you. Stand right there so I can run your ass over under the treads. Mind you, my ammunition hasn't come in yet, but I can still run you over. Just stay right there. That's the overkill. Guy comes out with a pea shooter. You can't dare do a pea shooter on me. I'll drop an atomic bomb on you. Guy comes up with a poster saying peace on earth. No, 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 I'm going to put you into a cult right now. Drag his ass, convince him here. Do something far worse than the movie Clockwork Orange. Keep his eyes opened by mechanization. Keep giving him eye drops while he's watching of wholesale slaughter and murder and mass mayhem. We're going to convince you that this is the only way to live. And no wonder this guy would come out of there saying, I'm fine, and starts doing more heinous stuff than he usually would. I was reading excerpts on that movie. I never did see any of it, but I did see clips on YouTube about it. I never did like that damn thing. Writing was good. Writing was excellent. Terrifying as hell. Classics from the 60s and 70s. Or how about this? Your books are far too dangerous for your mind to comprehend. They are written by the woke. They are written by libturds and libtards. They are written by those who want to rule the world. We must stop these communists. We must stop these socialists. Therefore, we're going to get into your house. We're going to gather every one of your books, and we're going to burn them alive. We're going to have massive bonfires. You know what they call us? We're the firemen. Fahrenheit 451, Ray Bradbury. Go check it out. It's a pretty hot book. And I'm not talking about physical either. And I'm not kidding about that stuff. It was being written a long time ago. We talked about cyberpunk. We talked about necromancy. We talked about how the future would scare the living crap out of people. How, my God, artificial intelligence is coming out there to kill us. We've got artificial intelligence in the buddings. In the budding. Trying to do everything else we want to do. And taking up more resources because we are demanding it. I didn't demand it. I didn't demand it one bit. I didn't want artificial intelligence. I don't want a frickin' robot. I like to see us with starships going outside in deep space. I also like to see the planet healing itself. I like to see colonization on the moon and colonization in Mars, colonization in the asteroids with mining, deep space probes going outside the Oort cloud to see what's going on outside in the universe. Maybe eventually catch up with the Pioneer spacecraft. Are already space junk right now and barely working Voyager crafts. They're still struggling. We may not be. I don't know how we would be. I was going to say we wouldn't be the only intelligent life forms of the universe. We may be the only life forms out there in the universe. And if we discover that everything else is sterile, then we're born too late. But we're here, we're going out there. It'll take us centuries. If we're lucky enough, if we're surviving enough, to develop the engines and techniques and develop the fuels to and the means to go beyond our solar system. Of course, it's not going to happen in my lifetime. It's not. It's too much of a liberal, woke idea. The stuff I keep dreaming over the past couple of days. We're celebrating, it's supposed to be a holiday for the Trekkies out there. 1966, September. There she goes again. Mama, will you Hold on. I talk about these ideas and ideologies, and the reality I'm dealing with is a dog that's not caring about these things, but she cares about me being there all the time. I guess that's more of a priority than worrying about someone making remarks about people going to be coming to your town and devouring your pets. And we should hate and go crazy over them. Meanwhile, our own pets are being lost in our neighborhoods. In our town of Roseman, we have a few websites tracking our pets by people posting left and right. If we've seen them, then we hopefully would be able to recover them. But if we haven't, we got posters out there left and right, electronically and hard, to let people know we just lost our pets. It's not just by human design, it's by their own design, by leaving for one reason or another. Either they're scared or they're adventurous or whatever. And then there's other things happening about wildlife in the area, eating them up. See, I don't have to worry about the two-legged malarkey going on. I'm worrying about nature itself coming into yards or basically allowing the dogs to go out in the yards or in cats and stuff and getting devoured. That I worry about. I know the threat from lions and coyotes. My dog is on a stress case and on a tear tonight. She's trying to keep up her energy. She's trying to keep things up. And she's wondering how come I'm up. She wants to run, and she don't know what to do. She is a dog with mental illness. She's blind. She's deaf. She's able to recognize me by scent. And she's having a field day. See, this is my situation. This is my world. I'm not worrying about J.D. Vance going out there telling people that immigrants are bad and what they're doing to the animals is bad and we have to go crazy. I had written stuff about it. I've read stuff about things like that. He's already a full an idiot. Let's hurt the people who follow his ass. Beyond that, I've got my own issues.